Have you ever been asked to take on a leadership role, and before you took the role, you pondered, should I take this role? And if I take this role, will the people I'm asked to lead be better because I came aboard as a leader? Will I be able to help them become a leader? You know, there's a lot of sayings about leadership and about the different types of leadership styles. You know, there's those forceful leaders, and they say that you got to lead, you got to follow, or get out of the way. And then, you know, those kind of leaders that say, you know, lead by example. And then there's those business leaders that say, if you're going to be a great leader, put your vision into action. Well, you know what? There's some truth in each one of these things. Each one of them, you know. But none of these really hit the target of leadership. And to really do it, to really hit the target of leadership, you need to look to a leader that operates in greatness. You got to find a person who's impacted more people and changed more lives for the better than anybody you can think of. And when I think of a person like that, you know who I think of? The person who's changed more lives than anybody I know? That's Jesus. And Jesus has never written a book on leadership. He's never been the mayor of a city. He was never on a city council. He was never a governor. He was never a president. And although he never held any of those positions, Jesus spoke to over 5,000 people at one time. And he was so good at what he was doing, he even made sure that everybody that came had a free lunch. What he did, he focused his attention on 12 men. Yeah, he found 12 men and he focused his attention. He really liked talking to people on a one-on-one basis. Yeah, because Jesus, he never hit that motivational circuit and really traveled all over and all around. Actually, Jesus never went more than 100 miles away from his home. But guess what? That doesn't mean that he didn't address the core values of leadership, because he did. He addressed the core values of leadership. You know why? Because he was so concerned about those 12 men that he was pouring into. He wanted to make sure that when he was off the scene, that they would know how to do what he was doing. He wanted to duplicate everything that he knew. And a lot of leaders don't want you to know what they know. And when a good leader wants you to know what they know. One of the last things Jesus said to the disciples, he told them, let me read what it says in, I think it's St. Luke, the 22nd chapter, 26th verse. It says, but if ye shall not be so, but he that is great among you, let him be as the younger, and he that is chief as he that doth serve. Yeah, that's it in a nutshell. If you're going to really be great as a leader, that's the one principle we got to have. That's the greatest principle we could ever get from anybody. If you want to lead, you have to serve. So I think I probably can serve. Yeah, I think I can serve. Yeah. I think I learned that at home. I'll do that at home every day. I serve. So if you want to be the leader of many people, just serve many people. You know what? There's a lot of examples of leaders. You know, and there's a lot of different types of leaders. You got leaders who are ruthless. You have leaders that are self-serving. You have leaders that are greedy. And you know what? Yeah, those are examples of leaders. And you can find them leaders. You can find them in school systems. You can find them in business. You can find them in government. You can find them in your family. And you can find them in the church. But guess what? Leaders like this are not necessarily successful. Just because you have the numbers doesn't mean that you're successful. But a real leader, success would be considered successful when you make people who are like you, who want to go and do the same thing you're doing, which is serve other people. Yeah. You know what? When people shut out completely trying to create people to serve other people, they're not kingdom minded. And Jesus was about the kingdom. And the kingdom is about serving. If you want to be a great leader in God's kingdom, it's only one way to really be a great leader. And to be one that'll count the rest of this life and in the afterlife. Then you need to let God into every area of your leadership abilities so that you can faithfully serve the people He assigns you to.